Yo, so I'm gonna be making this video just because Dislyte is so dry right now, and this video is gonna be about a pretty small or major, depending on how you look at it, issue that Dislyte has, and that Dislyte has no hype around it. And the main issue is because they they don't know how to hype up a character, and they released the character out of order. When you take a look at the characters that we already have, right? Look at this. We already have a Thor, and Thor was released on the release of the game, and look at him now. He's pretty shit. Zeus, released 3 months after the global launch. He is way out of place. This guy, had it been like he released like maybe 1 or 2 years in the game's lifespan, maybe he could be balanced, strong, but maybe balanced. But right now, as he is right now, he's way overpowered. The second best Esper is not even close to where he's at. But I think that, I mean, it kind of fits like Zeus, right? Zeus being overpowered, I can live with that. It's a gacha game after all, and they need to power creep, but the order at which they release units are so out of whack. Like, Zeus, the most hype of all gods, released 3 months after the game. Like, bro, how do you get more hype than that? Okay, take a look, right? Thor already released with the launch of the game. Ares, the god of war, fucking Kratos right here. Ares in this game released during the launch of the game, and he became the god of pacifists. What the heck? Sun Wukong, the god killer, fucking beginner Esper. He's shit as fuck. There's no hype around this guy. Odin, again, released with the game. I mean, she's good, but she's not hype at all. Ra as well, pretty shit at this point. Nezra, I'm not too familiar with that god. Loki, released with the game. Hades, 1 and 2 with Zeus, you know, and he's released basically with the game because I'm gonna base it on global server. And where's the hype on him? There's no hype at all created from Hades. Poseidon as well, one of the most hyped gods. Yeah, pretty much. The rest is just like filler. Heimdall, who cares? I mean, Heimdall is not really that hype. He's like just the gatekeeper or something. I don't know, but nobody cared when Heimdall released, even though she's like one of the best Esper in the game currently. But nobody cared because she's not a hype character at all. Yeah, and then when you look at this roadmap, right? Sentinel Hunt, we already got. Shade Mother incoming. Wonderland. These are all contents. Now, contents, they don't really create hype all that well. When you talk about hype, like it's mostly just characters, because new players, right, they don't have any experience on the game, don't know what the hell the game is about. Look at this Shade Mother Wonderland adventure. They don't even know what the fuck this all means. Like, this is not gonna attract them. What's gonna attract them is the character releases. Like, for example, if they release Zeus, a lot of people start the game during Zeus release, because that's where the hype is. They know who Zeus is. Zeus is the most hyped god ever, and Dislyte releasing him, or releasing him, is gonna create. It's gonna make new players get attracted to the game. Not contents. Contents are gonna attract. They're not gonna attract anyone. They're just gonna please already existing player, right? And when we look at this, right, new Pantheon gods. This is gonna release in spring 2023, so like March next year, and I'm hoping this is going to be Japanese pantheon gods, because that's really just the only gods that I know. I mean, if you watch Naruto, you probably know all of these names already. Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, Susanoo, Raijin, you know, all these names. But you don't know what type of god they are. Like, look at this, Inari Okami, the god of rice. Oh man, this is gonna be the peak of Dislyte right here when they release Inari Okami, the god of rice. This god is gonna throw like rice or just feed other gods. So yeah, if it's like the Japanese gods, then maybe it could create some hype. But even then, right? The Japanese gods, they don't rack up. I mean, they're not really known throughout. Like for example, the Greek mythology or Norse mythology, they're pretty well known throughout the world now, because thanks to Marvel and, you know, God of War or something. I mean, you can't get any more hype than Zeus. I don't care how powerful Amaterasu is, but you can't make Amaterasu more hype than Zeus. There's no way in this world. And yeah, in this game, currently I'm playing 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. I've been playing this game for like I played this game for 1 year, and then I quit, and then I recently just picked it up. But I mainly just log in, and they just released the most hyped character in all of anime. If you know anime, if you've heard of anime, you will hear of this guy. This is the one Escanor, the Escanor that everyone talks about. He's the most hyped character in all of anime. You know anime, you know him, okay? And the way 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross just released him, and the way I think 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross is good at is creating hype around characters and in releasing them sparingly, because this Escanor, right, he has like other versions of him, and everyone loves him. So whenever they release a new Escanor, it's like hype every time. So they only release Escanor during celebrations. The first Escanor, if I'm not mistaken, was released half anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, or first 3 months or 100 days, I'm not so sure. The second version was released in the first or second anniversary, which is the one Escanor. And then this version, the final version of Escanor, is released 3.5 anniversary. And this guy is the most hype ever. Like, the amount of hype that this guy carries, right? The patch note, the update, right, only had him, and it would still be hype enough. He's way too hype that I'm considering to play 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, like try-harding it right now, not just casually like logging in and then being done with the game. I'm actually gonna be playing the game when he drops on global, and, you know, actively playing the game. I'm just gonna show you the ultimate, right? It's so fucking cool.
Oh shit.
Look at that, bro.
Shit.
You told me
Okay.
that's not hype. Like, come on, man. Like, Dislyte doesn't have that. They have already exhausted the most hyped god, which is Zeus, and you can't get any more hype than that. Like, the same with this guy, right? This guy is super hype. I don't think they can top off the one ultimate Escanor in terms of hype, right? But this 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross still has a lot to release. Like, the Demon King is still not in the game. What's it called? Meliodas or you know, the God Meliodas or something. I don't know. It's still not in the game. There's a lot to release, and Dislyte doesn't have much left. I mean, the Japanese gods, they're pretty cool, but they're not hype as Zeus. They're pretty much leftovers. Dislyte's left with pretty much leftovers god. So there's really not much to look forward when it comes to characters. I mean, when to get like Dislyte on top grossing is gonna be really hard. New players are not gonna be attracted by new contents. If I'm a new player and I look at this I don't care. Shade Mother, I don't care. Wonderland, I don't care. Upgraded Story, I don't care. New Pantheon of Gods, that could pique my interest a bit, because when I, as a new player, right, when I look at a gacha game, in my initial desire for a gacha game is to quench my gambling addiction. So you know, the first instinct that you go into a gacha game is to summon, yeah. And Dislyte has basically exhausted that with the release of Ggez, because there's no more hype gods. They can't create as much hype with the characters release anymore. Ninetale could be pretty cool. I mean, the Japanese gods, but yeah, like I said, they're not really as hype as Greek or Norse gods. I mean, we're gonna get like Norns, which I think like 50% of you probably don't know the Norns before like playing God of War or anything. I didn't know who they are until I watched like God of War gameplay. Yeah, I think that's really just it. There's no hype around character releases anymore. Zeus is released way too early. I mean, Hades released with the game. All these aspirants that release with the game, they're kind of dead right now. There's no hype around them, even though they're good. Like aside from like Ares and Thor, they're not gonna create any more hype. I mean, yeah, that's mainly my point. I mean, yeah, that's it. Ciao.